Yo, 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 you are now tuned into another episode of Options Gang Radio. For those of you who listened to the last episode, shouts out to Chris Pruitt. He gave us a lot of dope gems on how to facilitate the transition into IT, how to use this time during the quarantine to get these certifications to kind of, give yourself some market share value in this new economy. Again, we want to emphasize to people that things are not going to be the same. If you have a LinkedIn account like me, I go on LinkedIn and I keep seeing people scrolling by, people saying like, I can't wait till things get back to thing, and like, I'm laughing because these niggas don't get it. Things ain't coming back. We in a different world. We in a new world. So we're gonna continue these. I haven't figured out a title yet. I was gonna call it Pivot Gang, but somebody owns PivotGang.com. But we're gonna come up with a title that I could buy the website for of these pivot series or sections of Options Gang Radio. So today we got a very, very special guest, also an Options Gang member. We have Doug. Do you want your last? Do you put your government, your whole thing?
It's fine.
We'll do Doug Rubenstein, recruiter at PayPal, also Chief Operating Officer of CHIP, which is a minority-owned, I want to say a black female minority-owned tech startup company, which I'll let him get into it because, I don't want to do it a disservice in my description of it. So, Doug, before we kick things off, we're going to get into talking to people about the pivot, but before we get into the pivot, I kind of want to talk about CHIP first because CHIP is actually something that, the pivot is going to be necessary for people regardless, but especially in times like this, financial management and what people do with the money they do have is going to be extremely important. And I kind of think that's where your startup comes in. So I'll let you kind of speak more about it and let the people know a little bit about this startup you got coming up.
Sure. So CHIP basically was started because it started by this woman named Dana Wilson. She had the idea, she brought it to me, and she said, listen, we never see us in her space. So she's a financial professional of color, right? So she's a certified financial professional, CFP. You never see herself, especially as a black woman. You don't see black men, you don't see black women, right? And so she wanted to start a platform to where that would be easy to find. The second part of that is the consumer. As consumers, people of color, black people don't really have financial planners, estate planners, financial professionals, period, in our lives. I think a lot of us believe that we're too poor to have it. I think those that have money don't want to admit that they need help with their money. I think that there's a lot of stigmas about having somebody else, especially in our community, having somebody else look over our own money. And we want to release that stigma, and we want to be able to, and we want to provide a platform for people to be able to find financial professionals of color. Because, frankly, I think the black community, especially, are very wary of giving our money to white people, right? Or just in general.
We scary in general about giving our money to anybody.
Right. To anybody, right? But if you're gonna have that, I think that there's a lot of people who want to find somebody who looks like them to talk to them. So I guess you don't feel like you're being scammed. So we are providing a platform where you can find a professional of color, speak with them, and hopefully invest your money with them, so you can build that wealth and that legacy for yourself and your future family.
One thing you brought up that stood out to me, which is something that a lot of people, I know it's a sentiment for a lot of people, and I definitely would like you to give a response to it. There's a lot of people listening or will listen to this episode right now, and they're gonna say right now in their head when they hear you, like, I don't have enough money for a financial planner. Like, that's like a sentiment that a lot of people listen to. It's like, I don't have enough money for a financial planner. What would you say to someone who feels that sentiment right now? All right, I'm a person, I make $60,000 a year. I don't have enough money for a financial planner. Like, what would you say to that person?
The short answer is you do. No, and the long answer is have a conversation with somebody who's a professional. These conversations are free. They will tell you exactly how they would budget for you, with you, in order for you to be able to put money aside to be able to help with wealth. I would also say that a lot of people underestimate the money that they have. So $60,000 can stretch you, right? So if you think about somebody who can put away $2,000 a year, if you sit on that $2,000 a year and you are 30 years old, right? We are going to be working. We're going to be working until we are 65 years old, possibly more, right? So if you could put away $2,000 a year from 30 until 65, have that be invested, now all of a sudden that stretches. And we're not talking about $2,000 necessarily a lump sum. We're talking about $2,000 over 365 days. You're finding $2,000 to where you have your budget, you have your plan with your financial planner, right? A little bit of money per paycheck that's going into this account that is being invested, that is, and it's rising, right? If you look at the numbers of what CFPs and financial planners are doing, the numbers are good, whether it's a downturn or a great economy. I mean, it's good in a downturn economy. It's great in a great economy, right? So, thinking that you don't have enough money is the biggest problem that we have. You do, and if you have debt, if you're paying alimony, if you're paying child support, there's a whole lot of reasons why we have less cash than the money that we make sometimes. Like all of that gets put into your plan to where, it's thought about. You have somebody who is a professional, who does this for a living, that knows, that has seen somebody like you before, that's making, the proverbial you, obviously not you call it,
yeah.
that's seen the proverbial you before, where they're making $60,000. They might have a bunch of credit card debt. They might be, they might have a child that they pay child support for, and you figure that out with your financial planner, But that's another thing that we're doing with CHIP, is we are matching you with the financial planner who aligns most to your needs. I think that's one of the best things about our databases, right? It really is kind of like Tinder for financial planning, right? Like, we are matching you, or not Tinder, but what's a better one? I don't know, I'm married, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's what it is though. Because it's like
it's or Bumble or whatever, Coffee Meets Bagel, one of those joints where we're matching you with
no, it's like maybe it's like when Match.com makes like the Match ID, like they do the
exactly, yeah. right. So the one that aligns most to your financial needs, somebody who has experience dealing with somebody like you, that looks like you too.
So just to clarify, is CHIP going to be a free service for people? Because you mentioned that the conversation is free. Is it just a free consultation? Is the service going to be free? What can people expect when they enter CHIP looking for financial guidance?
Your first quote unquote match is free, right? So we will provide you with a list of names and people that align to your financial profile and life profile. So that first match is free. Our goal is to then charge after that first match, because once you have your financial planner, the next things are going to stack up. You might need a lawyer, you might need an estate planner, you might need a tax professional. There's other. We plan on really growing and expanding this thing to be able to provide more just Black professionals for your life and your legacy. So the next goal is that, but we will charge after that. But the hope is that the people are happy with the original service, see the benefit, and then understand that we're going to hook you up with somebody who is going to be very beneficial for you in the future.
Got it. And I think this is definitely dope and needed, because once you enter that, if you do, for anyone who has ventured and try to look for financial planning or guidance, like, you really do get directed. Also, FYI, Doug, I'm trying to push the screen so like your face is in the IG, so don't pick your nose and do nothing crazy. But if for anyone who has ventured into that space or did try to attempt to go look for that, when you do enter it, you're gonna see mostly white people. So I do think there is a considerable effort gap that's required to even get to the black financial planners. You got some guys like Ty Ross, shouts out to the good brother, like that are more active and kind of go out and reach the people, even though they give educational like people that they aren't necessarily trying to get as clients, just putting education out. But there is a gap in effort, and I think what the great thing about your company and what you guys are doing, guys and girls and women, is girls illegal to say now? I don't know. Can you say that? But
I don't know. But
yeah, but whichever one's the respectful one. Y'all are closing that gap. So right now there is no gap anymore. Like people could just go direct to your site and not only find a black financial planner, you can find a few black financial planners that are suited to your needs. So now you said suited to your needs. Is this based on some type of questionnaire? Do you guys have is there a process, and that's how you guys kind of scan and vet people to figure out who matches up with who?
That's exactly what it is. When you go to our site, so we have it's a mobile site, and you actually go on to chipprofessionals.com, professionals with an S.
So that's Chip. Let's make sure people got that. That's chipprofessionals with an S.com, correct?
Yep. ChipProfessionals.com. So
all right. Do you guys have any other social media handles that they could reach? Let's just get these out of the way because some people may want to look this up while we talking just to see, how official this nigga is. You know what I'm saying? They talk to the phone. So they were like, so you guys got any other social medias you're pushing out?
So on IG is at Chip Professionals.
Okay.
And then on Twitter, it's at Chip, CHIP_pros, PROS.
Okay. And just for people to know, you guys have started the website operationally, but have you guys done your actual full launch? Or you guys, this is the soft launch? Am I correct or misinformed?
Tomorrow, on 420, go figure. On 420 is our official full launch where we're opening up to consumers. Right now, we have over 50 black and brown financial professionals that are sitting and waiting for the consumers to come. So the first thing that we wanted to do was make sure that when people get on the site, that you have reputable financial professionals to be able to be matched with. So now they're all sitting and waiting. We've been in contact with them. We've been through numerous webinars and all types of things with them. So tomorrow we are opening up shop for consumers to go on our site and actually be matched. We'll fill out the questionnaire and then we'll match you with your professional.
So that's tomorrow?
Starting tomorrow, we are going live.
All right, so people caught you guys just in time. Yeah. So now I want to shift gears for a moment because, as I said earlier, this episode is part of our, we haven't found the official name yet. I think it might be the Pivot Step. We might just hashtag it the Pivot Step because pivotstep.com, I think they want 9 bands for that. So I think I might have to do the pivotstep.com. I'm doing a couple of different ones. But by the time the episode's released on Monday, I'll have an official hashtag. It'll be in the episode description, and I'll own that site associated with the hashtag. But and that's what we'll call all these episodes. But getting into pivoting, we just did a great episode, where we were talking to people about pivoting into IT. You, on the other hand, have a different specialty because you come from the recruitment side. You're a career-long recruiter. You've done recruitment in several capacities in several industries. So before we get into more of the pivoting and tips for people on how to shift and, kind of shift industries or, look for other opportunities that they may not be aware of. What is your view of the landscape of jobs in general? So on my side, right, one thing I told about Chris is like the good thing about IT, Like, you got so many industries that have to expand their IT and digital offerings that there's going to be an inevitable need for IT professionals, whether it's on the development side or the security side,